And in this game, in this type of game, this move really, I'm big and everything, but since black's already ahead, he doesn't need more points. He needs to stop white from getting anything that might promote a win. And that deals with the center. And there it is. N10. Let's start with what he should do. What should black do next? On it. White fights. Black gets a little shape, threatening the ladder. White takes it. Black's virtually alive. What did it cost? Almost nothing. Very small cost. And great shape. So that's pretty much game over. White's plan didn't work. But black went this way. Notice that black is playing near white's thickness. I kind of don't like calling it thickness, but I mean, there's a lot of white stones down there. White's in a real rush to surround or cut something. That was Sente for white, the Aji stone underneath. No, because the center is very hard to take. White cannot take the center. White has to be more aggressive. Okay. This is the framework. Now let's see how it comes forward. Black cuts. Atari. Black doesn't save this way. It's a bit heavy. That kind of black group is having some trouble. So instead he saves this way, running out at the same time. Now if white plays, well, first of all, he can just connect home now. But he doesn't even have to. He can run out and let white disconnect. There's plenty to do in the center. So this L9 is a nice move to see. Oops. Atari and connect. Black runs in that direction, runs that way, and white says, well, that's where all my stones are. So let me clean this up first at Q12. Now black is one eye and running. Now that's not too tough, except in the left, there's a black group that's not necessarily alive either. So black runs out. Notice if black's cut, he's dead. So we can't get cut here. Now white's picking up some profit in Sente. It's not enough though. What black should do is this, because now this is a real eye in Sente, because you can connect home. White has to disconnect, and then there's some more eye space here. But instead, he plays this way, thinking, I'm going to run home. Put this one down. So now there's some peeps and some cuts, and white says, great, I'll split you. White has to run home. Black's making a second eye. White runs home. White's me eye on the left, live or connect out. So this group's not alive. Now white's not exactly alive either. Yeah, another ko here. Black gets it down to one eye in Sente. White kills the eye. And white connects out. Okay. He called this He didn't say it was a two-step ko. He said this is, he didn't say basically, it's more like it's an interesting adjective. It's not what you generally think of as a two-step ko, but it is a two-step ko. So for black to win, he has to take, but that's not enough, because that's still not alive. That's just one eye. So black has to take and take again. So it's a two-step. We see ko-threat, 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 ko-threat. Notice the black group in the center. That's not an eye yet. And this black move no longer threatens to go home. Ooh, that was big. So, if black plays this way, this is sente. Because of this, atari, which means, so black runs out. Black can't live here. Black has to run. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. So white bids the ko, so the black is basically dead. The only thing is, can black kill on top first? But white just submits and makes eye shape and gives black a number of points, and black resigns. But this whole thing started with his contact play, and black didn't make shape in the center. Instead, he made something a little bit heavy, and a fight started. And as we continue down, black starts running into the center. And here, again, he had another chance of getting thickness and not trying to connect. But he tried to connect when he couldn't. And then, boom, white starts the big fight. So, very cool. Alrighty, that's it on this game. As always, I urge you to download the game to your disk and review it, looking at the stuff we saw. And as I've mentioned so many times, when I review games, I review them many times. There's always something more to see, and things like, well, what would have to change in my mind other than reading ability, where I would have that perspective of playing in that direction? I ask myself those kind of questions. What are they thinking? How should I be thinking in the future? And stuff like that. Okay, I'll open a board in the LGD room, and we'll do something for our last 15 minutes. See you there.